Lilia used the invisibility potion to turn herself invisible, evading the three-headed dog as she made her way to the mountaintop to retrieve the fairy flower, all in a bid to secure the position of student representative. Just moments ago, Vermeil, having replenished her powers, but Lilia flew into a rage the second she laid eyes on this woman. As they bickered, Max, their classmate, approached with his maid. He had already heard about the male protagonist's heroic deeds. At that very moment, their teacher suddenly appeared. It turned out the principal was looking for the three of them to select a second-year student representative. However, only one of the three could take on the role, so the principal had specially designed a unique test. They needed to find a bouquet of flowers before 12 p.m. Meanwhile, Max told everyone that there was only one such flower in the forest, meaning it would go to whoever found it first. Yet the male protagonist, whose name is not specified in the text, though not invited by the principal, summoned his familiar and planned to rely on the familiar as sense of smell to find the flower. He was the first to dash into the forest. Predictably, his careless nature led him straight into a man-eating flower trap. To save her young master, the maid had no choice but to ask Lilia and the others to go find the flower first. They soon spotted the flower on a stone, but a three-headed dog was lying at the entrance. Lilia then pulled a bottle of potion from her bosom, but the male protagonist argued that it wouldn't fool the three-headed dog's sense of smell. However, Lilia noticed that the dog suffered from allergic rhinitis. With the help of the potion, they could easily get past it. What she didn't anticipate, though, was that the potion couldn't make her personal belongings invisible. After a moment of internal struggle, she had to decide to discard her extra gear. But the thought of doing this in front of the boy she liked made Lilia extremely shy. She had to make a big sacrifice. Yet even as she stood there invisible, she still felt intensely embarrassed. In contrast, Vermeil was more concerned about why the male protagonist was holding back. This jolted the male protagonist into realization, and he asked Vermeil about the golden magic from the previous day, begging her to use it again. But Vermeil claimed she lacked the magic power and told him to replenish her magic for her. Since the scene is too mundane, it is omitted here for the time being. Meanwhile, Lilia had already reached the rhinitis-stricken dog only to discover, to her surprise, that only two of the dog's three heads had rhinitis. The third was perfectly fine. In the nick of time, the male protagonist arrived just as the three-headed dog charged toward her. He told Lilia to hurry and pick the flower. At the same time, Vermeil, having had her magic replenished, looked glowing and vibrant.
打っててもらうよ。
On the other side, Lilia successfully obtained the one and only flower. But as expected, an unexpected twist was just around the corner. Just as Lilia was about to hand the flower to the male protagonist, the invisibility potion's effect wore off. And at that exact moment, the flower, hard won as it was blown away by a gust of wind.